Good day, everybody. My name is Eric Versteeg, master coach and mentor of the M4 life process. And I've been kind of struggling on what to talk to you about today. There's two things that are on my mind, and I'm not sure which to go, left or right. I'm really feeling pulled towards reconciliation, though. I had an experience, and basically, today I'm talking about reconciliation and my experience with leaving people that were negative in my life, and then reconciling with people once I had a firm grasp of my vibration. So if that's something that you resonate with, then please do watch the rest of the video, and of course like, subscribe, and all that great stuff. So anyways, some time ago, my life absolutely broke, and if you've been following me, you know that. And I've been kind of recording this journey. But as it broke, there came a time where I had to say enough was enough. Enough is enough. And I decided to go into a cave. Not a real cave, of course, a metaphorical cave, but a cave nonetheless of non-communication with almost everybody except for some necessary relationships. So if I didn't define the relationship as necessary, it went away. Now, you might say to yourself, wow, that's somewhat rude. And I would say, absolutely, it was. And it was the greatest rudeness, and also, I will say, respect that I could ever pay to myself. And really, if you think about it, it's the greatest respect that I could have paid to those individuals that I walked away from. You see, we all have relationships. That is life. Life is amazing, and it's, there's relationships everywhere. And I want to ask you something like, how are you doing with your relationships? Are they great relationships? Are they fulfilling? Are they a part of abundance? Or are you having those, or are you focusing on those relationships that are negative, that don't feel good? And here's the crazy thing is, I know that when I had a whole bunch of relationships in my life, and they were negative type of relationships that were truly taking energy away from me, it wasn't their fault. It was actually my fault. But during that relationship, I didn't realize it. I didn't understand it as a negative relationship. You see, where I was addicted. I was absolutely addicted to negativity. So I love using the word, the descriptor, the adjective, apple shining. And apple shining is a word that I got from Zig Ziglar, one of the fathers of positivity. I think he passed. But Zig Ziglar, he always said, "Are you apple shining it?" In his Yazoo, Mississippi accent. And apple shining means, are you being Pollyanna? Are you saying positive things but thinking negatively? You see, because my friends, on the outside, everybody saw me as a positive person. Everybody did. My mom, my family, my friends, everybody said, "Oh, you're." I always knew how to talk the talk, but I didn't know how to walk the walk. And so there I was. And then one day I realized it. I realized that the thoughts in my head were not matching, and I was being absolutely hypocritical and disingenuous, absolutely not authentic. And I decided to go away. So I stopped talking to my mother. My dad had passed away a long, long time ago, so that was not on the list. I stopped talking to my sister, and I would say 99% of my friends. Just a couple left, maybe 98% of my friends. Um, and I kept talking to my co-parent. You see, what I did is I pushed all of the relationships that I didn't feel positive about, that I was having a hard time with. I decided to give up. And you can choose how you feel about what I did. And to you, I say peace. I really do. I really do. Whether you agree or not, peace. See, because what I found is I finally had to get to the point where I put myself first. And I finally realized that there were certain relationships that I was addicted to in a negative way. Relationships are fantastic. They're they're delicious. You know, they're the deliciousness of life. They're amazing. But when those relationships aren't helping you, they must go. They must go. It's very hard to do. Don't think that this was an easy process. This was the most difficult process in my entire life. I've lost important people to me. But you see, those important people that passed on to heaven, the next life, they transitioned away from us physically. That wasn't my choice. And so that was easier to deal with. Now, these relationships that they were my choice, that I walked away from them, it was my choice. And I did all the things. I blocked them on social media because I know me. I know me. I'm a relationship addict. I was addicted to relationships. Because I love it when people say, "Oh, Eric, are you okay? Are you okay?" I love it when they feel bad for me. I love it when they sympathize with my plight. You know, I love that. I love it. I'm addicted to it. And then I got to my truth. I got to the truth. That's why I tell all of you that understanding your truth is so important. I got to that truth, and once I got to that truth, I was able to make some powerful distinctions. I was able to make some powerful decisions, and that these negative relationships must go. So then I started to go about my life without these relationships. It was very difficult in the beginning, and then towards, and now it's, my life is actually really, really nice. It's really cool. I have some amazing relationships in my life. Like, it was like these negative relationships had to leave to make space for these new, fun, positive relationships to take their place. And those new, fun, and positive relationships there was no room for them. There was absolutely no room for them. However, there's a couple relationships that I want to reconcile. And I told myself, you know, that there's a few of these relationships I need to reconcile. And I just didn't know when. And so over the weekend, I decided this is the time that my vibration is strong enough, that I'm no longer tied to the relationships, and I'm no longer in the habit of responding to people the way that I used to respond to them. I've broken those habits of being me. And so with one of the relationships, my mom, the conversation went amazing. It was amazing. Then I had the next conversation with my sister, and it wasn't amazing. And with that conversation, I'm really here to talk to you about that conversation. The conversation itself was very surface in nature. It was fine. And then I was hung up on. Now, many people would get angry, and I got upset. I was upset, but not like in a teeth gnashing type of way. I was confused at first because I fully expected that this person was going to accept this new version of me. I was excited about it. And she wasn't ready to. She wasn't ready to accept this new version of me. And so I had to process that. And I talked to my special person about it. And the more I talked about it, the more upset I became. And then I realized something. I said, you know what? You've been really studying this law of attraction stuff, and you're currently in momentum. You are currently in a negative momentum. And so what did I decide to do? I decided to go to sleep. That's what I do. That's one of the things I do. And so I had a wonderful night's, had a nice sleep. And I woke up, and everything is good again. Everything is good again. And I don't know, I know that I will talk to my sister again. I'm excited for that conversation. I'm excited and thrilled for that reconciliation. But the truth, if we look at it from a law of attraction perspective, the truth is that my mother was ready for that. My sister was not. My sister is still dealing with maybe herself and myself. And so our vibrations just aren't in sync. We're not in alignment. And that's okay. There'll be a time for that. There'll be a time either now or after we die. There'll be a time for that, I'm certain. And I'm happy for that. And I'll be excited. And I'll be excited now, and I'll be excited when it happens. I'll be very happy. The funny thing is that before the reconciliation happened, I didn't really have a good feeling about it. And so really the whole experience I take responsibility for. Because I knew that it wasn't the right time. I knew that it wasn't the right time. But just because it wasn't the right time and I still did it, doesn't mean that something positive can't come out of it. So my friends, if you have allowed the sunset to go down, the sun to go down on your anger, if there is a person out there, that you're upset with, I want you to know that there's no reason to be upset with them, regardless of what they did. And it can be the worst of the worst. You can reconcile that. But first, it needs to be reconciled in your mind. If you want a physical relationship with them, if you actually want to interact with them and play with them in this life, there'll be that reconciliation as well. But know that you can't, the control is not us. The control is not us. We're not in control of it. We're vessels channeling source energy. We're channeling the energy through us. And the people that are in vibrational alignment with you will be with you. If you want to have more fun, focus on your vibration. Focus on a fun vibration. If you want, and this is the truth, my friends, if you don't want to have fun, if you want to be angry, then continue to focus on the anger and the resentment. But like I said, if you want to have fun, just put it away. Put it away. So till next time, my friends, I I love you. I hope that you received a great message today. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the bell notification. You'll get alerted with more of my messages. So until next time, I love you all. Peace, much love, and light, and namaste.